welcome to today's reading with me, Rosalind. This is Foxglove Coaching, Spiritual Guidance, and today we are going to be asking the question, does this person miss you? So just think about a particular person. You may already know who you want to know about, and then take some nice deep breaths and see which card stands out to you. The timestamps are in the description as always. So for pile 1, we have got Crown Chakra. Let's see if I can bring that a bit closer for you. Crown Chakra. For pile 2, we have got Ear Chakras, and I thought it was funny how these fell out actually, that we've got 2 that are all about chakras. And then we've got pile 3, which is Indigo. Okay. And like I say, just go to your timestamp in the description. It will take you to your reading, and I will see you in your reading, Foxglove friend. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's reading. You have picked the Crown Chakra card for Does Your Person Miss You? So it says, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. This is a very lovely card. I really like the colours within it. Part of this is about having your own authority to know the truth of things. So this card does suggest that you already know the truth about this situation, and we will go into the detail of this to feel more into it and to find out more information and advice and different things. But there may be an element where you're hoping for things to be better than they actually are. That might be a possibility here, and some fears may have been brought to the surface with this situation. But inside, you know the truth of the reality, and it's important you don't ignore that and you don't put anybody on a pedestal, is what I want to say, Foxglove friend. So recognize that they are human as well, and you are whole as an individual already. I'm just going to put that there. So let's have a little look. Spirit, what has been going on with pile 1's person so that we can start to understand if they miss pile 1. We have got death, endings, loss, transformation, evolution, rebirth. Put that there. We have got Chariot, determination, direction, momentum, movement. We have got the Ten of Pentacles, legacy, value system, solid foundation, abundance. We have got Tower, upheaval, destruction, change, chaos, revelation. Wow, so you really have been going through it, I feel. Pile 1. Let's just get a couple of other cards. Peace. Oops. Ascended Masters. Let's get one more. South Node Past. Okie dokie. So, I don't know if I can fit that on the end there. If I nudge those all up a little bit. Put that on the end there. So, wow, it feels like you've really gone through a lot of things. Now, may actually have been a passing of somebody, so we're going to do a few scenarios of what's going on here. To always take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Your spirit guides and spirit are always seeking for ways to give you information. So just take what feels like it's right. So you've obviously had some sort of situation that's been pretty stressful and may have turned your world upside down, may have caused issues within the home. Um, there's been an ending or a loss. So, like I say, it could be that literally somebody passing, or maybe somebody has stepped out of your life and you've possibly gone in a different direction because of it. Maybe you've focused on work. You've been trying to understand how to provide for yourself in some sort of way. It's interesting that we've got the peace element here because possibly with this person exiting your life in however they've done, you've either been looking for peace or it's actually brought you a degree of peace and calm after the storm. You've been through a difficult time with them, with whatever they're doing, whether it's their transition. Sometimes Ten of Pentacles can actually be an inheritance. So there's been some sort of a transitional process that's been really, really difficult for you, where you've had to focus on what's going on with financial elements. There may have been travel involved. I love the fact that this dog looks like it's on a cruise there's Kansas and it's going on a destination. You may have had to reconsider which direction you're going in life, but you've been supported with this, and we've got the past card here. Let me have a look what the South Node past card is saying specifically. So this situation has its roots in some past karmic pattern, the origins of which are not clear. You either need to apply skills that you were born with or look again at old problems and work to heal them. The situation feels hauntingly familiar but without a story to go with it, echoing traces from another time or life. An old love or familiar enemy may return, or the patterns involved could remind you of an earlier difficult chapter. If someone triggers your South Node, you may feel like you owe them or they owe you. And while this may be true, this accounting won't help now. Cleanly deal. Sorry, folks. Cleanly deal with what is on the table and stay in the present moment. Learn new ways to respond, new skills that help with old trauma. Okay, so to break that spell, use breathing techniques, understand stress that you might fall back into. But this has been an opportunity to heal triggers and patterns from the past. So, whatever has been going on with this person, it may have been raising all sorts of emotional issues for you, that's needed healing, that you've maybe needed to process different things, whether it's relating to them and things they've done in the past, or whether it's then taking you back to even earlier childhood issues, childhood trauma, all that sort of thing. This is what's been going on for you. So that does feel quite heavy. And I'm going to say this for those who it resonates with. Sometimes, even if somebody has been difficult or caused us a lot of issues, we can still miss them because no relationship is ever all bad, or they wouldn't be in your life at all in the first place. There's always good stuff. And the energy of that person, especially if it is quite triggering or related to a past life in some way, it can actually, you can feel still quite drawn to them as you work out your triggers and patterns and learn to resolve those. So once the pattern of behavior is healed within you, you won't go through the same scenario with this person anymore. So that may mean that they could come back into your life in a different way if you wanted them to, or once you've healed the patterns and the emotional issues, whether it's, you know, self-value issues, self-love issues, whatever you like, once you've healed those, you don't always necessarily want to go back towards them anyway, because you have no need to learn those lessons anymore. So, Spirit, does this person miss pile 1, please? I do feel like there's an element of longing. You know, all of these dogs have got kind of, well, also not only longing, but maybe not being willing to fully really look at the situation with honesty about what's really happening. I just dream and wish for everything. So maybe they're very focused on what they get out of life, or what they want out of life, or what they've had. Let's have a look. Okay, well, that's interesting. So that one says, I imagine you naked. Now, part of how I'm going to interpret that, if it's a relationship element, they may be thinking about the intimacy aspects and think that that's a genuine, important part of the relationship. Some people are very focused on that kind of intimacy side as being the connecting element of a relationship. Other people may just want, if it's not applying to a romantic relationship, it may actually about being able to see you in your truest form, being able to see past the masks that you wear, so that they really, really understand the truth of who you are. I could be your hero, baby. Okay, so for some of you, they feel like they could really help you out, or maybe there's an ego element going on. Let me get some more information. How does pile 1's person? No, does pile 1's person miss them, please, Spirit? To the sea. Okay. Building blocks. I think there's a degree of tentativeness for some reason. It feels like maybe they're lost in an emotion of their own. Maybe they're lost in a sea, sorry, of their own emotion, and actually need to do some healing as well. We've got peace twice. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So maybe both parties, maybe you and your person, just wants peace. They maybe think that they can rescue you and work with you and help you, or maybe you're actually thinking that you could help them, but they sort of see what they could bring in for you. But there may be an element of fear going on from both sides here, and they want to take a little step at a time if they are going to come back in. Let's see what else we've got. Does pile 1's person miss them? I feel like your person that you're inquiring with certainly does think about you and has a desire, but I think it feels like I feel like they're a bit mixed up themselves, and they've got a lot going on, and they maybe seem far away, maybe you're at a distance physically, you know, logistically at a distance from each other. You're both searching and seeking for degrees of peace within your life and within this relationship, because it looks like it's been quite traumatic in certain ways. So whether that person's been through an individual trauma or you have individually, there's been an awful lot of natural disasters going on around the world, so that might apply to you as well, where things have been difficult. Maybe you've literally had a dog ripping up your sofa. It looks like my brother's dog, this one in the tower card, that literally did rip up his sofa the other day. But you might have something that's happened that's kind of really ripped up your life. It's changed the way you or your person lives. They've maybe let go of things that aren't theirs anymore, whether it's their home or whether it's the relationship itself. We've got motion though. They are wanting to take action to build something good with you, but they just want more peace. I think maybe you both want more peace in your lives. So I do think that they miss you. They think that they can work with you and help you in certain ways, and they've got big ideas about what they want in their lives. It just needs to take its time slowly to progress. And the energy I feel maybe needs controlling to some degree because it can get out of hand. This Mars energy is quite aggressive and like pushing forward and trying to get things done, and it's next to the peace. I think maybe you've got to be really careful not to bring too much fiery energy in and to actually have a more peaceful journey with them, and allow them to come to you a little bit, allow them to work through what they need to do so that you're not pushing at getting what you want out of them. If that applies, Foxglove friends, let's get you a bit more advice. Spirit, can we have a bit more advice for pile one, please? So, yes, I'm going to say yes, they do miss you, but there's a tentativeness because they're kind of needing a bit more structure somehow and a bit of a rest and a bit of stillness. Have you asked the angels for this? So it says your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. So this is literally saying, ask the angels to help with this situation, to improve it and to make it better. Let me do one of these. Spirit. I am grateful for who I am and can be. I am enough and I have everything I need to get where I want to be. So that's advice for you to maybe not ask too much of them. Just be grateful for what you already have. Be grateful for who they are and know that you're enough so that you don't feel insecure about elements within this relationship, and that you've got everything you need to get where you want to be. So you don't need to keep trying to be more or have more or bring more into your life in certain ways. I feel like maybe there's a requirement to let the dust settle a little bit with this situation because we've got the peace twice. There's hope still there because we've got the dove with the olive branch, which is all to do with hope. So there is hope within this relationship, but it needs a bit of downtime because there's been a lot of changes and a lot of shifts, and it's possibly been a bit traumatic for either both of you or for your person that you're asking about. And they just want a bit of calmness and a bit of a chance to slowly start to build something um, without going too aggressively towards the outcome. Let me get you an outcome card about this relationship. So we have got, exchanging gifts. So this makes me think a little bit of what's called the Pygmalion effect, looking for the best in someone and both of you bringing positive things, the good stuff about you to the relationship so that you can get on well. There may be a birthday coming up or literally exchanging gifts in somehow, but this person's just trying to do what they can do for other people in their life, which could be a problem in some way if they're doing too much of that. But they're just trying to make things nice. And I'm going to have a little look at the full description of the relationship element of that. So, love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. So, yeah, I think if you can start to allow a bit more peace into your lives and to open your heart space, you may have gone very much into a logically minded situation because of everything that's been going on. You might have shut off from your feelings, they might have shut off from their feelings a little bit to make a relationship work, any relationship, whether it's a friendship, a love interest, a family relationship. Each party needs to put a certain degree of energy, so thought about the other person, doing nice things for the other person, being there for the other person, whatever your love language is, whether it's making things for the other person, creating things, whatever that is, there's got to be an intentional exchange of energy from each party for that relationship to work. So, but you can't force anybody into that. So, at this moment in time, it's best if you can sit and be in your heart space and open your heart with love towards the people in your life without judgment about what they're doing or what they've been through. And then, if they are willing to accept that love and to reciprocate it in a positive way, then that will energetically help them to open their heart space as well. Because we can start to mirror other people in our lives, which is maybe why we've got these past issues coming up. You might be mirroring past issues with each other. But yes, this person does miss you. They do want to build on what you've got together, and maybe sometimes they're wanting to take all sorts of action, but that feels a bit overwhelming. So, good luck in this pile one. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to watch more videos of mine, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in another video. Goodbye. Hello, pal 2. Welcome to today's reading. You have chosen ear chakras. It says, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Now, quite often, because she's sleeping there, quite often when I wake up, I'll get all sorts of information in the morning, more when I've gone in the shower. So not necessarily immediately when I open my eyes, but as I go through that process in the morning of getting ready, quite often I'll get information, especially if I ask a question before I go to sleep. So sometimes I will ask my spirit guides, my ancestors, the angels, a question and ask them if they can let me know the next day what the answer is, and then it comes to me during the next day. But also, you may find that different songs keep cropping up that remind you of someone, that remind you of your person, different things that are, or different lyrics within songs, or different things on the TV. Sometimes I can watch a film and there'll be a moment within a film where somebody says something and it catches my attention because it resonates with me. So just be open and aware for that. The other thing I'd say as part of this is, are you genuinely listening to what the other person is saying? So you may be, well, are you hearing what the other person is saying? Let's put it like that. So sometimes people say things to us and we interpret them based on our own fears or our hopes, and different things like that. Are you genuine? And quite often people will tell us their truths and we brush it off as a bit of a story or something, that they're just saying in passing. But actually, there's something in your brain that activates in a really nice way. People enjoy telling the truth, so it's really hard not to. Not to tell the truth. It's quite difficult for people to maintain falsities or deceitfulness in any way. So just make sure you're actually acknowledging what somebody is actually saying to you, especially if they say it in jest and things like that, because quite often that is the truth. But let's have a look at what's been going on for you with this person, and we'll get more information then about whether they miss you, and advice and what's the potential outcome is. And that's not the cards I want. So, Spirit, what's been going on for pile 2 and their person, please? So, we have got 4 of Wands, foundation, family, belonging, community, joy. And this can often be a celebration. So, it could be a marriage, an engagement, a birthday party, a festival, or just, doing nice things, doing social things. Let's put that there. Spirit, what has been going on? Maybe a new baby. 8 of Wands, travel, acceleration, rapid change, adaptability. Okay, so there's some speed to this. Things may have changed in your family circumstances very quickly, or the energy of what's been going on for you with this person may have, sped up. King of Swords, values, ethics, common decency, authority, fairness. This can be doctors, solicitors, professional people as well who are part of this. Somebody who's very logically minded. Emperor. Wow. Leadership, structure, stability, order, organisation. Wow. So there's maybe been some sort of celebration, and things have happened fast. This is very logical, kind of taking action, being in charge. It might be work related. 8 of Swords, feeling fear, entrapment, overanalysis, sabotage. 4 of Pentacles, connection, attachment, stability, safety, foundation. Okay, so let me get a few more cards of the different ones. I want one of these. It feels very authority. I mean, for some of you, maybe you've been going through a redundancy process or getting a new job. Opposition, confrontation. It feels quite... There's not a lot of heart emotional stuff going on here other than this initial celebration at the start. What's been going on for pile 2 with their person, please? So, yeah, feminine energy. You've got a real clash of the masculine and feminine energies here. Feeling trapped in a certain situation because you've maybe not got enough money to get out of it for some of you. Maybe you've overspent on something, or maybe you're afraid to give your energy. You're feeling, it all feels a bit like things have gone really fast. Maybe things have changed really quickly and you thought this was going to be a good thing, and now it's all a bit overwhelming and it's causing arguments and you're maybe wanting to be in a softer, more nurturing, nourishing, caring sort of energy, when actually it's very controlled. There may be some controlling behaviour going on. Somebody's maybe kind of whipped the floor from under your feet because they're in a very logical, unemotional state. Perhaps you've gone into this relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, and you've kind of gone, oh, this is really going to be absolutely great. And then it's gone really fast. And maybe the person has stepped away emotionally, and then there's all sorts of arguments or confrontation going on, and you're suddenly scared of what you've put into this relationship and not knowing how to get out of it. Let's have a look. Spirit, does pile two's person miss them? Feels a bit harsh, this. Feels really harsh, really fast, and like you need more of this energy, of the softer, loving energy, which just doesn't feel like it's there at all. Spirit, does pile two's person miss them? Have I lost everything? Okay, so that ties in a little bit with the Four of Pentacles, that they may be afraid that they've either lost you or lost, that they're losing things in life. Maybe there is a lack of stability around their job, or, I mean, it's not bringing up finances, but this Emperor and the King of Swords, perhaps you've gone into a legal situation with this person, and they're afraid that you're going to take everything off them, or they're going to lose everything as part of that. We keep having this. I imagine you naked. So there's maybe either if you've been in a romantic relationship with this person, or you are in a romantic relationship with this person, there is still some attraction of that sort, if that applies. If it's not a romantic relationship, it may well be that they want to know the truth of what's going on with you, that they're trying to really see the core of who you are, to really understand. Because, you know, quite often when the naked element comes up, it's because you've been stripped bare of everything that you've got, or everything that you're masking. You make me want to do bad things. I think that's actually that they're feeling a great deal of pressure. It feels like there's a lot of pressure in this reading. There's maybe kind of pressure, and it's pushing them to be a way that they wouldn't normally be. You know, maybe with anger or resentment or defence. There's that sort of aspect coming up. Spirit, does pile two's person miss them? I just dream and wish for everything. There feels like there's an element of loss around stuff rather than around you, is what I want to say. And when I mean stuff, I mean tangible, physical stuff. This is very interesting. How does pile two's person feel, please? Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay, so they're willing, you know, even though we've got the opposition and confrontation here, your person is actually wanting this softer side of things as well. They're wanting to positively calm this all down, and for things to be in a better state, so that, oh, okay, sorry, this has just flown out. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So they maybe are feeling quite isolated in this situation in some way. So they are missing you in a certain sort of way. However, well, there's just no heartfelt energy within this. It all feels a bit aggressive. It all feels a bit more technical, like they want to have a conversation to calm things down so that they don't if you have created a family with this person, they may be actually feeling lonely if you've separated with them and stepped out of this relationship because they're used to being with the family, and they may be wanting to resolve these issues amicably, is what I'm going to say. So it doesn't feel like they miss you from a heartfelt position. It's more that they're just alone now in certain ways. So let's get a bit of advice for you. Spirit, can I have some advice for pile 2, please? Cancel, clear, delete. Okay, so if you have been fighting and you've said awful things, and maybe you've said things you don't mean, or perhaps, so it says use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So sometimes another person in our world can start to feel like our enemy, but I don't feel like that needs to be the case in this scenario. You maybe need to release a bit of anger if you've got anger towards them. Maybe need to release a bit of fear and judgment and all of that stuff and start bringing in the yin energy, which is the more feminine, nurturing, nourishing, caring energy, or at least a bit of compassion, which can possibly make things go a bit better in this scenario. Pile 2. Let me get this one as well. I have all that I need to make today a great day. Yeah, okay, so brush yourself off from this situation is what I want to say, Foxglove friend. Brush yourself off, shake things off and start deciding to enjoy your life so that this person isn't such a focus. Whether they're still in your life or not, well, I think they are in your life, but however they're in your life, whether you're together or not, whether you're in communication, I think you are in communication. Basically, the key element of this is do something nice for you. So really, they are roses on all these, but for some reason they've stood out to me a great deal about self-love. But when we say self-love, don't do self-love in the sense of, yeah, I'm gonna show myself love and I'm gonna do nice things. Do it more in a heart space rather than a head space. Step away from the ego around this and just allow yourself to relax and do something nice for you today. It doesn't have to cost anything. Just, allow yourself to watch a nice program or go for a walk. Do something that makes you feel happy, so that you can have a good day, so that you can cancel, clear, and delete some of the negativity that's been going on between the two of you in whatever way. Let me see, how do you feel? Spirit, how does pile 2 themselves feel? Okay, there's a fear with you. I realise that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah, I think this is why you need a little break from all of this, from focusing on all of this. I think this is why you need to cancel, clear, delete. Um, maybe need to step out of the energy of the confrontation or issues within this relationship, so that you can calm your nervous system down and make the choice to bring your energy back to you. Because while you're focusing on this person so much, you're giving them all your energy. You kind of, even if you're in a place of feeling like you're trapped and you don't know which choices to make and which directions to go in, just give yourself a day off from it. Because by doing normal things that make you happier, the answers will come. People will suddenly start going, you could do this and you could do that, or you'll intuitively start to get the answers in your mind. You need to separate from this a little bit just from now. Separate from the negativity or difficulty around this. Allow a bit of space. Um, Allow your anger, if there is some anger, to subside, and get yourself into a better frame of mind so that you can progress positively with this, with a good outcome for you. So let me look at what the potential outcome is. Spirit, what is the potential outcome with pile two's person, please? To the sea. Let me just, I'm going to read that to you so that you get the full impact of what it is. There are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. Yes. So just allow yourself to rest, Foxglove friend. I mean, we've even got this person having a little snooze here. There needs to be more of this energy coming in, more of this softness, nurturing, compassion towards yourself in a way that's not fighting the other person. So just allow yourself to go with the flow a little bit without trying to control things, and then the other person will probably, they'll feel that shift and change, and then they'll relax a bit, and it will help to ease the confrontation that's going on, whether that's at a distance or directly falling out with someone. Okie dokie. Okay, so thank you so much for watching Pile 2. If this resonated, please do like and subscribe so that I can see you again in future readings. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to today's reading. Now, you have picked the Indigo card. This is very, very interesting. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. So it could be literally a child, or somebody maybe that you're a parent to, or it could just be somebody that is that you're inquiring about as an adult who is quite a spiritual person, which means that they can sometimes find it difficult to live in the 3D world because they're sensitive to different energies, sensitive to what's going on. They may be neurodivergent in certain ways, so it might have elements of ADHD or autism, different things like that on the neurodivergent scale. They may have self-esteem issues. They might find it difficult to engage in the way that you expect them to engage with you and with other person. And sometimes they can be quite strong-willed, have tempers, and have very strong personal beliefs about how things should be in the world. So I'm going to put this over here and I'm going to see what's been going on with this person. Spirit, what has been going on with this person, please, for pile 3? What has been going on with this person for pile 3? 4 of Pentacles, connection, attachment, stability, safety, foundation. So they may have attachment issues, they may have fears about, they may need a lot of stability, routine, or they may struggle with connection in certain ways. There may be an element where they don't know how to give and receive in a well, stereotypical sort of way. 6 of Swords, recovery, transition, therapy, emotions, change. So maybe they've gone through changes and that's been a struggle. That might involve changes where they're having to engage with new people, or there might have been changes in the homes. Look at how lovely that card is. The King of Cups, stability again, diplomacy, wisdom, logic, maturity. I feel like you may have had to be the logic, mature person within this, but the King of Cups is also somebody who's got a lot of emotional maturity, who's quite in their heart space. Sometimes it can be somebody like a therapist, who is part of this picture, who's working with them, or maybe you're acting a bit like a therapist sometimes for them. Ace of Pentacles, good fortune, good omen, abundance, opportunity. There may be a new job involved here, or an engagement, or something tangible where something new has been received. Let's have a look. What has been going on? Queen of Pentacles, hard work, nurture, safety, security, responsibility. So that's interesting that that's come up with the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe you have had a new job and you've had to take on further responsibility. Perhaps it's impacted in a certain way on this person. Let me just see what has been going on. Perhaps the person you're inquiring about is somebody who's quite creative or musical, or has a lot going on, is very heart-centered. You know, maybe they're... Sometimes if somebody is very in their heart space, it's almost like they can be a bit exposed because they haven't got that logical discernment or outer shell to protect their softness, is what I want to say. What's been going on with this person? New life, how interesting. So we've really got something that's shifted and changed, and this is maybe, we've got therapy there as well, and emotions and change. So there really has been a lot of changes around this person. It looks like it's job related, or maybe some money's coming. Take what resonates always and leave behind what doesn't. Let me just get one more card. And maybe this has been difficult for this person to adjust to, more so than expected even. Progressions, journey. So you might actually, one or the other of you may actually be going on a physical journey logistically. I love the fact we've got, that's such a lovely card, that we've got the mountains there and the clock and time, and you've maybe got a new schedule, and it's possibly been, there's an inner journey as part of this shift and change, and it seems like maybe that's been difficult for this person to cope with in certain ways. There's a lot of I can't stop looking at this King of Cups cards, where it's somebody who's got a lot of heartfelt energy around them, whether that's you or the person you're inquiring about. They really love being in their home, potentially. And it seems like an exciting time, to be honest. But there's maybe been a bit of a lack of stability, which is impacting on this person or on the relationship in certain ways. So let's see. Does pile three's person miss them, please? Oops. Oh, they're struggling. Look, I am in so much pain. So your person is struggling emotionally, maybe physically they've got pain for some reason. If I follow you, I could lose everything. Perhaps they're afraid of these changes that have been going on, and afraid that as the changes that you go through might end a certain way of being that they've got with you. They're not in a great place emotionally, are they, Foxglove friend? I just want you all the time. Yeah, there's a clinginess is what I want to say. They're quite reliant on you emotionally. They're reliant on you for their stability in life. So I'm going to say, yes, heck, out of all the piles, this is the pile that misses you the most. But in a way so far that it feels like there's almost a desperation for your groundedness, or for your, or not quite authority, but not in a big way, but because you're able to manage things in ways that they can't. Crystals. The energy of crystals support you and helps with your present situation. Maybe you are quite a spiritual person as well. Or maybe there's certain crystals that are going to help them, or perhaps they're turning to crystals to try and help with this situation, to calm things down for them a little bit, because it does feel like maybe they've got fear and anxiety, and I feel quite bad for your person, pal 3. Not that it's your fault in any way. It looks like things have gone in a really, really positive direction. And sometimes it's weird, isn't it? Good things can happen. The things that we wish for can happen, but then that can actually cause a lot of fear and anxiety, either for us or for the people around us, because they're scared of change and they're scared of losing you, even, or scared that they can't quite emotionally balance themselves as they go through the shifts and change. Let's see. How does pal 3 persons feel? How does pal 3's person feel? We've got guilt. They may feel guilty that they're not coping with this as well as they wanted to. How does pile? And we've got this orange here again, which is a very, very relates to the sacral chakra, which is, where the seat of the emotions is, but it's also in the positive state where the creativity is. So I still feel like your person is probably quite a creative, emotional, sensitive, maybe a musician, an artist, a poet, a writer, somebody who likes to, who's got what my friend calls, who's designed this pack, an art heart. Maybe not made of sterner stuff. Okie dokie, so. A relationship. So relationships are very important to this person. Their focus is on the relationship with you. Very much so. Let's have a look. How do you feel? How does pile 3 feel themselves? I mean, this, I'd say if this is you going into this new life, it's exciting. You know, if it's you who's got the new job, that is very exciting. And the energy feels lovely around that. How does pile 3 feel? I want trust. So we've got I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So it may be you who's quite the spiritual person, and you're trusting that you've been led in the right direction, with the path that you're going down. Pile 3. I'm just going to see what else. Shall we get you a bit of advice? So yes, pile 3, they miss you very, very much. They don't want you to be away from them, and they're scared that they might lose you because of the changes that are going on, or lose the situation that they felt comfortable in. So what advice have we got for pile 3? Ascended masters, powerful, loving and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. Okay, so as part of this, you have got a group in spirit who are supporting you, whether that be your spirit guides, your ancestors, the ascended masters themselves. So you may pertain to one in particular, whether it's Jesus or Kuan Yin, or Buddha, I think, goes into that one. There's all sorts of different, you know, whoever you believe in, ask for their help, is what this is saying as well. Spirit, let's have a look at a bit more advice. What advice? What? So, okay, that's interesting, really, that it's told you to turn to spiritual elements so that you aren't taking control of this situation. Happiness comes easily to me. Being happy is my natural state of being. Okay, so what I feel like is you can't be responsible for this, and you can't. It's important for you to stay in your happy state, doing what you are enjoying, while they adjust and sort themselves out. And that doesn't mean you have to be discompassionate in any way, but kind of feel free to pray, if you like, for their well-being and for them to get the help and support that they need, while you don't absorb their issues and their upset, because it's not yours to carry. You can be supportive and kind and listen and whatnot, but also it's important for you to stay in your happy, positive state. That will help them balance out into it as well, is what I want to say. Pile 3. I hope that makes sense. What is a potential outcome with this relationship? Well, there's another card I want to get for you as well in a minute. Between worlds. Okay, so this is a transformational and transitional process. You are it's very clear that you're going through a lot of changes in life, and it's affecting the both of you. And this isn't how things are going to stay. You know, this person isn't going to be in this distressed state all the time. You're going through this transformational between worlds look. You're not quite in one or the other at the minute. It looks like you're walking into the much happier, lighter, positive way of being. But there's still a bit that's holding on to the past, that's holding on to how things have been, because even if they're not as good as what you're walking into, it's kind of like there's a security and comfort in what has been. And sometimes people like to stick their heads in the sand because they don't want things to change, because better the devil they know, in a way. There's another card I want to get for you here, pile 3. Spirit, what do we need to know from this pack? I feel you drawing me to you. balance, Libra. Okay, so just allow things to kind of balance out, because they will. So don't worry too much while this person is just going through their changes. This will all balance out and the new norm will come into play. So does your person miss you? Yes, absolutely, like mad. If that makes you feel better, and they feel guilty that they're struggling, but they will start to get through this. So don't worry too much. It's this too shall pass, and all will be well in the world. And you're going into something that's really new and positive. Well done, you. And it looks so beautiful. I can't, these cards here, they're absolutely gorgeous. The colours within them, the shapes, the light, that's what you're stepping into. So well done. Remain happy with the choices that you've made. Enjoy your time, and good luck to you, pal 3. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, please do like and subscribe so that I can see you again. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.